Welcome back to Blackboard Collaborate. You have already scheduled your Blackboard session and now you're ready to run it. So now we're in the class and we are going to go back to the course tools and Blackboard Collaborate for us since we want to enter in as a moderator. Although we did set it that everybody can enter, so I'm going to go to the session and I'm going to join the room. At the bottom of the screen, which you can't see right now, the meeting dot collaborate tab will show up and you may have to double click on it. It takes a little bit for it to appear and now you can see it's verifying. Sometimes you have to download Java and do some other things to get your screen ready. The Blackboard sign will come up and then you now see the page. When you first come in, you're going to want to run the audio setup. I have mine set for headsets and it's good to go, but to know that you would click on the little microphone there and set it up. Make sure your microphone is working. To be heard, you'll need to click on the talk and that will show the recording. It has my picture up here. If I click on video, if you have a video camera, you can now see the person who's speaking. This is me. You see my name down here. All the different participants will show up here. And I'm going to click the hands off. So all the students that appear in the main room will show up down here. There's the chat feature where they can type and everybody in the room can respond. You see the whiteboard up here. This is, you can share your desktop, and this is, you can bring in a link, web tour, if you have an online link where you want to go. So I'm going to start off, since I don't want to start with a blank screen, I could use this little Times New Roman and type, and I've done this before, type a welcome, or you could, usually what most people do is they want to load a PowerPoint. So we're going to load content. And I'm going to come in to find it on my computer where it is. And here it is, the while you're waiting slide. Now it's going to upload. And now you see it on the screen. I have two screens so you don't see this, but I'm going to drag it into view. You'll see this little page explorer that's for your purposes, and you can drag that little screen anywhere, but you can use this to advance your slides this way or this way. Now, I'm going to move mine off screen to make it simpler now. And so here we have the North Greenville While You Wait that you can show the students. Reminds them to set up the audio wizard, which is way up here. Reminds them to click on the talk feature to talk. To raise hands, they would click on the little hand feature here. You can see how my hand is raised. These are the global functions, so if you don't want students to speak at all, you can turn the here you can turn all the microphones off, but then when you want to hear them you need to remember to turn them back on. You can turn all the cameras off if you're getting distracted with the camera videos and so forth. So you can turn things on and off. Beside each student you could right click on their name and make them a moderator or turn their moderator status off. Down here is the chat feature, so students who cannot, who don't have a microphone can still respond to you in the typical chat room. I've occasionally had students who couldn't hear and I had to type something to them and tell them basically recommend to either get out of the room and come back in, set up, or to come up under the tools section and check out their audio, run the audio wizard setup here, and then check out their audio again and see if they can hear me. So there's some features you may have to help with the students. But if you have this while you wait set in the classroom there, then students can work on that while they're working. Now I'm going to click on the next slide. And this shows the students how to use the button features. So you have the smiley. If you look on here, we have all the different faces that you can use in chats now. And students can put a smiley face, laugh out loud, applause. They can show you they're confused, approval, disapproval. And you may get a slower or faster sign that might say, hey, slow down, I'm confused. You've lost me on the content, or please speed it up, I'm really getting bored. But hopefully they won't use those two features very often because you're going to be doing short lectures anyway. And then set some ground rules. The little clock here tells somebody that I'm away. And so you can recommend students to please put that sign up so you don't call on them when they're not by their computer. But when they return, they need to turn it off. You have the raise hand feature, so you can know who to call on first, and it'll put them by numbers so that you can know who the first person that raised their hand with a question. And they also have a polling feature, which is right now is set to yes and no. It can be set to other features, but that's a different another time, and you can look in the manual and see all the many different features that you can use. So this is coming from my PowerPoint screen. I can do a new page if I want to get back into the Blackboard. And if I want to use any of these Blackboard tools, drawing tools, things like that, you can just point to an item, put it on there, whatever. You can draw, you can, so those of you who may be wanting to do math in here could possibly, do a math equation. 2 plus 2 equals what? And then you can have the students, if you give them moderator status, they'll be able to get their pen out and, give you the answer. And then, of course, there's the clear. If you say clear page, it will clear the whole screen. So you'll want to tell students if you're doing a bunch of problems and things on here to not delete the whole page till people are ready. And so there's some different features here on the whiteboard that you can use, and I recommend going in and just playing with it. There's also an option here to share a hyperlink. So if I went into here and then said enter, it would follow in, and there's our NGU homepage. So you can see how you can do web links and even pull in maybe YouTube videos here and show it to the whole class this way. Another cool feature that you have in the Collaborate session is you can share your desktop. And so I'm going to share desktop, share. Now the students will see everything that I'm doing, and so then you get this little window here. Oh, uh, where did it go? Where you can see what's going on the actual computer. Although I think I have lost mine somewhere. And they'll actually see. So I've stopped sharing, but they'll actually see what's on your desktop. And since I have two windows, it gets a little bit more complicated. But you'll notice that you yourself can't always see what is going on in that sharing mode. So when you're switching, there's a little bit of a delay in transition. I always ask the students to use the check marks, yes or no, to tell me if they can see my desktop or not, if they see what I'm looking at. And then if I get a bunch of responses that say no, then I know something's wrong and I have to check to see what's going on. All right. So another feature, and I'm going to hopefully get my Blackboard back. Okay, and then my little page explorer here, I clicked on the whiteboard to get back into the board. I clicked on the slide to get back into the slide. I'm going to move this out. And so now I've realized that it's time for me to start the class, and I want to record it so that the students who could not attend the live class can participate. And it'll say start, resume recording. I will say, okay.
Recording started.
You'll hear a recording started, and then you will start your recording. We'll do our class, and when we're done with class and you're ready, once you've interacted with students, done whatever you want to do for your class, then you'll stop the recording. And when I click on it, it says the recording is running. Stop, pause recording, okay.
Recording stopped.
And it'll tell you the recording stopped. I'll say goodbye, classmates. It's been fun having a discussion with you. I will put this recording up in our room so you can watch it. Any of those who want to go back and watch it, review. And then I just go ahead and I X out. You can either file and exit, which many people say go ahead and do that so that you don't accidentally um, X out when you shouldn't X out during your actual class time and have to re-enter the class. So I'm going to exit. Yes, I really want to exit. And now I'm back to room details. And I say okay, and I'm ready to go on with my class. Note that my recording's not here right now. Well, the recording doesn't show up right away, so you have to sometimes wait 10, 15 minutes if you're lucky. Sometimes, depending upon the content, how much graphics were there, and how long your video went, it could be an hour to 2 hours. And sometimes I've just went ahead, closed out my computer for the night, and came in the next day and put the recording up. So expect some delay in getting to your recording. All right, that ends this video. I hope this was helpful for you.